Dear viewers, wherever you are, hello and welcome to this new episode of your program, Out of the Box. We've been away for quite a while, really missed meeting you, and the past few weeks was a time that I really needed for myself, and I think a lot of you might have needed a similar time for yourselves as well to contemplate, to ponder, to have more insight about what's going on in the world. Since the dawn of time, we've seen a lot of killings, a lot of raping, a lot of atrocities beyond counting, beyond imagination, things that makes us really doubt if we are really up to the name of humans, if we really earned our humanity. I was thinking of something to talk about, but really, among all the dreadful things that are happening all around the world today, the bloodshed, the loss of lives in the East and in the West, we are seeing a lot of bloodshed happening in Europe, in the Middle East, in other parts of Asia, etc., etc., etc. This is not the first, and unfortunately, we're all definite that it's not the last time. Today, I have no background behind me because today I'm not conducting an interview. Today, I thought that maybe you can join me and a friend of mine from a different culture, from a different background. And I thought it would be worth your while, I hope, to hear us talk and contemplate and see what are different perspectives here. Today, I'm really delighted to have Oksana as my most distinguished guest. Oksana, hello and welcome. I would not say to the program, but hello and welcome to our friendly chat. Hello, Oksana.
Hello.
So, Oksana, to start off, is what's going on in the world today, do you think what's going on in the world today, does that surprise you? Does that um, look like something odd to you? First and foremost, can you please just simply introduce yourself to our audience? I think it would make a big difference if you introduce yourself and tell us about your background and which part of the world do you come from?
Mm. Hi, everyone. I'm came from Ukraine. It's the most beautiful country, my country. But unfortunately, in this country, uh, started the war, and uh, I need to help my daughter and save my daughter from this bad things. And we left our country and came to Canada. And uh, what else? I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, so Oksana, like, remember you told me before, like your feelings. You were telling me like how you felt when the war started in Ukraine. So, would you like to share with our viewers, like, how does it feel? Because hearing is different than living, because people hear about war, people see parts of war, just snippets here and there, but how does it really feel to be part of war, especially the first day? How was it like?
Um, I I have never imagined that it can be started in my country because um, I thought that Ukraine is most calm and friendly country, and Russia is our neighbor, and we have a lot of connection between this country and between people. A lot of relatives and our friends live there and in Ukraine as well. Uh, that's why I don't understand why this happened. And it was early morning at 4 a.m. We slept, but we heard loud and
Heard
uh,
like bombing sound, like a bombing sound, rocket
yes,
sounds, rocket
yes.
fire. And was that
Uh,
in Kiev, the capital?
yes, yes, it was in Kiev. I lived far from Kiev, not far from, but approximately 15 kilometers from Kiev. But these muscles were not only in Kiev, they fell down maybe in Kiev and as well like Great Toronto in
Mhm.
Canada. We have this outside the capital of Ukraine,
So
and
so Kiev and the surrounding suburbs and smaller
yes,
cities,
yes,
you'd say. Okay.
yes, yes. And approximately 5 or 6 muscles fell down next to my house.
Oh.
Uh, I think it was 3 or 4 kilometers from my house. Um, we actually didn't know what happened because we thought that, for example, it's something like damage in maybe gas station. Like
So
we
you thought
didn't realize. Yeah.
like it's an explosion in a gas station or something that
Yes.
it's not a war. You did not realize that the
Yes.
magnitude or the
Yes. Yes.
size
Yes. Yes.
of the difficult situation.
When
And
we watched TV and news, we realized that it's it was war. Yes.
and when you
Uh,
knew that it is what it is, like how did it feel like when
yes.
we're in the
You
street?
know, uh, uh, panic. A lot of car try to fill in the gas. Uh, long line at the gas station, at all the gas station. Long line at the ATM, at the bank, at the groceries store. It's like house panic. You don't know what you need to do, uh, and I don't know, like no future, no future.
Mhm.
Um, uh, Actually, we thought that it's like this problem, will solve in couple of days, and after that it should stop. But no, no, unfortunately, except mm, muscles, they came to our country with I don't know how
So they
it's.
came with like different. So other than missiles, they came with tanks,
Yeah,
airplanes,
yes, yes,
cannons.
yes.
all
Yes.
different heavy
And
artillery.
occupate, yes, and occupate our territories.
Mhm.
Yes. I think that they would like to occupate Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, but it's not happened. And after that, a lot of villages next to next to our main town was occupied by them. My mm, mom and father, my husband, they became occupied this mm, Russians. Uh, I don't know how I can
No, no,
uh,
like, we're just
name.
we're just talking, like from heart to heart, really. So, and you are a
Yeah.
relatively new immigrant. You are like, and for somebody who's relatively new immigrant, I have to tell you that your language is excellent, Oksana. So, like, you don't need to worry at all about the language. I think everybody would understand you perfectly well.
It's even not about the language. It's like how can I name this? It's like no human, no no person. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's completely inhumane. It's completely, you felt that there is
Yeah,
no humanity, no loss.
yeah.
But like the question I think that everybody would like to know is definitely, like all of us, you've watched movies about wars in television, you've heard news about war in country A, B, C, and D. How different is it, when you hear about war and when you live the war? When you lived the war, was it anything like the movies you've watched before or things you watched in the news, or was it completely different from all that?
It's even not about the war. When you hear some news, then you just when you uh, didn't take part in this action, you are not in part in this action. You can't for 100% realize that like what happened in this situation, how hurt is this, how pain is this, and so on. That's why it's hard. It's really hard, and mm,
Yeah, I can definitely see it and
a lot of a lot of sounds that you even haven't heard before, and you think that it's like playing, but not. When you see through the window, you you didn't see like a plane. You see muscles, and you realize that these muscles uh, flew uh, to the building where live a lot of people. In 1 or 2 days, in my village, was uh, one muscles. Yes,
so
but
the missiles hit different
yeah,
parts.
yes, three buildings, three houses was damaged by these muscles, and seven people was died. It's like maybe 100 meters from my house.
And how did this change you, Oksana? Like, if we talk about Oksana before and after this trauma, because this is definitely a trauma. It's how was your life before and post the trauma? Like, what things changed in your mind, in your perspective about life, about the world in general?
Uh, no stability. You live this day, you can live this day to the max, and you can plan uh, your future because you realize that your future it's not like mm, weeks, months, years. It's like minutes,
Hmm.
hours, and only one day if you will have this, if you have this day. Um,
Never make long-term plans. It's just very short plans. Like you said,
yes, very
live the
short.
day. Enjoy the day to the max. Just enjoy the day to the max. Yeah.
You make quickly decisions uh, and try to take any opportunities that you have in this second minutes. Um, yes, definitely, it was change my focus on life.
Yeah. So instead of living like with a long-term plan,
Yeah.
what will I do in 5 years? It's more like what will I do in the next 5 minutes?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. If I, that is, if I have them. Absolutely.
Yes. If I. Yes.
Which is that's an entirely, yeah, it's a major shift. It's a major game changer really for you. It must have been like that.
Yeah, because we don't have any safe place to hide ourselves from these muscles, tanks,
Yeah.
and um,
Soldiers, armies, guns, yeah, all these things. So you left Ukraine, and unfortunately, again, a lot of people would call it the Ukraine, and it is not the Ukraine, it is Ukraine.
yes, because we are not a part of another country or another union. We just independent
And
country. Yeah, that's why we don't use this article before our country.
absolutely, absolutely. So the use of the definite article the before Ukraine is one of the remnants. It's one of the things that stayed maybe from old propaganda when Ukraine was part of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, the USSR. Yeah.
Yes.
And you left Ukraine, and did you come directly to Canada or did you make some stops?
No, because when we decided to leave Ukraine, it's like 1 second decision. Uh, I took my daughter, I took my little, I don't know, the little stuff. That's all because I thought that um, I come back uh, earlier, no, not for a long time, like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but not for a long time. And we just go. We even didn't know where we go. After that, we made some stops far from this part of our country, next to Poland, next to Moldova, and try to cross our border. Um, After that, we just go where we don't know, just driving.
And
Uh,
crossing of the border, I need to stop here, please, Oksana, because
yeah.
crossing the border, was that an easy thing? Like, was that a smooth process? How are the borders like?
No, it wasn't an easy process because a lot of people try to cross the border, but we choose one of the of not so popular uh, through Moldova because most of our Ukrainians go to Poland, went to
Lviv.
Poland.
They go to Lviv in the west, and then they cross the
Yes,
border
yes,
to
yes,
Poland. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. That's why we have maybe more time and more possibility to cross the border in easier way. Uh, After that, yeah, we did some stop in this country, not in Moldova, not. After the first stop was in Romania. Um, we have, I have one friend. She was with her son. Uh, she had one friend in Bulgaria.
Mhm.
That's why we decided to went to go to Bulgaria, but we don't know any accommodation there where we can live and etc. Uh, when I was driving, I tried to communicate with another person, another people, another friends, and uh, finally found one person who offered us to have accommodation in Sofia, Bulgaria. Uh,
The capital of Bulgaria. Yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And we are we are going to this town.
And through this
And
hard process, I'm sorry to stop you because I'm just wondering through this hard process, what did your daughter ask you? Your little girl, like as a little girl, what did she see? Like, how did she see this war? Or did she ask you, Mom, like, why are we doing this? Or what's going on?
no, no, no questions because she felt uh, fair. She felt fair. My dog felt fair when our house shaken, and and this sounds. When we stopped at Romania, this hotel was situated next to airport, and when we tried to sleep, we heard this sound from airline.
So you heard like a sound of an airplane, but you thought it was like an air strike. You thought it was an air
Yes,
raid,
yes,
but it
yes,
was a
yes,
normal
yes,
airplane, right? It was not an
yes. It was normal. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
but
yes.
so your daughter, your very young daughter. So how young was your daughter when you left Ukraine?
Uh, 8.
So an 8 years old girl, because of extreme fear, because she was you would say that she was not only terrified, she was almost petrified. She was like frozen from fear that
Yes, like frozen. Yes,
like
yes.
the natural curiosity of an 8 years old child stopped, that she would not ask any questions like children her age would usually do because fear was dominating everyone. The real boss at that time was fear. It was stronger than anything.
Yes. but for her, it's like a journey. It's like a trip, interesting trip through the country and different countries. Like simultaneously, she felt fear, but at the same time, she felt like interesting to be a part of this journey. And maybe when we came to Canada, I think, she forget these sounds.
Hmm.
I tried to hide this part of your life from you because yeah, I'm afraid this sounds this memories, yes,
Sort of
turn,
traumatize her, become a trauma in her
yeah,
life. And
yes,
um, yeah, that's like, that's a great journey. It's I think you sort of summarized humanity, like the positive and the negative sides, in a very short anecdote, really, here. And so your daughter, Sophia, your little girl, um, what changed in her, you think? Like, if you were still in Ukraine today, would Sophia be the same girl that she is now in Canada?
no, she's so empathy person, and I think that mm, she was crying, I think, every day there
Mm-hmm.
because for her, pain that people feel, uh, it's like her pain.
So she has a
That's
lot
why,
of empathy with people. So she
yes,
really feels other people's pain as if they're hers. So you think that maybe this sort of relieved something from her.
yeah,
And
it's not even for people, for animals
for
as
animals as
well.
well. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And for you as well, like, you had a good position in your country. You are like a graduate with a master's degree, like, you're very highly educated. You had a very good job. Um, how did it feel to leave all this behind? Like your academic, your professional success, to say goodbye to all that and just start anew. Especially that you're not a regular immigrant who planned to come, but it just happened so spontaneously, like cold turkey, really. Like, it's just
Yeah, like culture. Yeah.
something that happened all of a sudden. How did this feel to you? Like, this big shift?
Oh, I don't know actually, because I didn't think about it when I start my journey to Canada, um, because we just sat in the car and go. That's all. Um, when we arrived in Bulgaria, we still think that this war was really short, and we will come back to our country as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, yes, it's not happened, and uh, we didn't have any program for Ukrainians in Canada. This program was started mm, in April, if you remember, the war started on February, and we still waiting. I was waiting for this opportunity when this program started. We tried to apply, and it's not my choice. Actually, we. We just would like to be together in this hard time, and with our friends, we try to help each other and try to go to one place. My friend has relatives in Canada, and she realized that it could be a good choice for children, for like perspective. That's why, and she helped us with financial side, with like documents for getting visa to Canada, and I just trust her. That's all. When we get the visa and have had permission to get to Canada, we bought tickets and and arrived in Canada. Since that, I try to survive.
So when did
It's
you arrive in Canada, Oksana? When did you?
uh, it was 7th of July, 2022. Yeah, in
Congratulations.
in 1 month, yeah, it will be 2 years.
Yeah, so
And
almost 2 years ago.
yeah.
And again, when you left Ukraine, like Ukraine is a very, very, like rich country in culture, in history, and so on. And uh, what a lot of people might not know is that Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, is much older than Russia itself. Whether it's Imperial Russia or the Soviet Union, it is much older than that. But in Ukraine, there is generally an overwhelming majority of people from a specific background. But moving to Canada in a very multicultural environment, how did this affect your daughter, your little child? How did this affect you?
Um, yes, for sure. When I go to different places, I see uh, diversity of families, of people, and no, for me it's okay. I'm not a racist. I accept all people. I For me, it doesn't matter from what background they have, or what colors of and etc. For me, most important things, it's like who is this person,
Hmm.
uh, like human or not.
Oh, okay. Human or not human is more that. So before coming to Canada, did you have any stereotypes about specific cultures you tended to think that people from this part of the world would look like this or would act like this or would have a specific kind of pattern of behavior? Did this change when you came here to Canada? So, what I'm trying to ask you is like, was coming to Canada an eye opener for you in any way? Did it show you something that you think you wouldn't have noticed if you were still living in Ukraine today?
Yes, I think it's changed my view, but I don't have a lot of experience in Ukraine with communications, uh, people with different backgrounds. My daughter studied at private school, and we have teachers from different backgrounds there, especially when she study like English. Uh, I think it was African teacher.
Mhm.
He's very awesome, very awesome, very interesting. I communicated with them, and yeah, it's really interesting, educated, and nice person. Um, and but it's not like a lot of communications. No. Um, yes, in Canada, it's different. You through the day, you can communicate with a lot of people which has different background. It's very interesting. And actually, I have classes, English class with students, which most different from me, from my background, all of them. And they awesome students as well. That's why I don't know. I think it's very interesting to know mm, what diversity like how diversity our world.
Yes,
Yes.
so how diverse the world is, you feel that you're living in a small
Yeah.
world every day
Yes. 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 Yes.
when you communicate with so maybe like so you're still doing some work with Ukraine now, like for work. You're working
Yes. I'm
remotely,
still working
online, online,
remotely. Yes. Yes.
remotely, yes, yes. But you're physically here in Canada, so every day you're interacting and your daughter. And is your daughter enjoying here? Like, is she enjoying her life here in Canada?
Yes, maybe half years ago, she told me that she really would like to return to Ukraine, and she missed this country. She missed her friends, her relatives there. But now, in months months, she told me that, Mom, I would like to live here.
Wow.
And yes, yes, I think she assimilated.
She assimilated very quickly and she
Yeah,
enjoyed this
yes.
society here.
Maybe that's because she likes her school. She has friends. Um, she can even today she can argue in English, and as well enjoy in English, and understands teachers and people around her. Maybe that's why. And I try to have with her a lot of fun, and yeah, she feels, I think, happy now.
Beautiful, beautiful. And Oksana, like now that you've been through all these tragedies and a big trauma really like of like moving from your land, being forced to be expelled from your land, and moving from one place to another until you finally settled here in this multicultural and you felt comfortable in Canada, right? Like you felt the friendliness in Canada.
Yes, now yes. Maybe when I just came, it was really difficult to me. I have language barrier. It was very difficult to say something somebody and but since time yes, I think I feel comfortable, and I try uh, to do my best um, for surviving in this new
And
place.
and for friends, like are all your friends Ukrainian? Do you have a variety of friends? Do you have friends from different backgrounds, maybe?
Yeah. Yes, most of my friends Ukrainians. I have mm, I think one friend from another background, and mm, yeah, I like this country, I think, but I need more time, much more than for my daughter. Uh,
How about Sophia? Like, does she have friends from different backgrounds or all from Ukraine?
no, she has friends from different background. She doesn't have friend from Ukraine.
Oh
No.
wow. Okay. So
Yeah.
so Canada really grew on Sophia.
Yeah,
She's really
because this school, I think there are no Ukrainians in this school. That's why maybe she needs to try to communicate with other person. But she's happy with that.
but you said like she's enjoying it and she doesn't even want to
Yeah,
go back. Yeah, she wants to stay
yeah,
here for the rest of her life.
yes, yes, yes.
Um Now, before like in before the war and before leaving your country, you usually heard about wars in place A, B, or C in the world. Today, after going through this hardship, after passing through these very, very difficult steps in your life, when you hear about war in other parts of the world today, how did your feeling change, or is it still the same when you hear that there's war in some place, or like people are being killed and children, are becoming orphans and things like that? How did your previous experience with war in Ukraine and affect you today when you hear about wars or troubles in other countries?
Yes, definitely. Something change because um, now you can feel this pain uh, because before you just heard, but you don't have any
Hmm.
empathy feelings to feel it. But now, yes, it's like your pain. Yeah.
So you think it's
I
a
don't
yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
um I don't know what is the purpose of war actually, because no one life like is value for this war.
But like for example, in Ukraine, Ukrainians are liberating their country. Sometimes people don't choose war. So sometimes you have to fight to liberate your country. You're peaceful, you want to live freely. So in other parts of the world, again, there can be people who are living freely, but they were attacked or invaded or like expelled out of their houses. So it is their only option. And what can you say to those people? Like, people who are suffering now, people who are defending their land, people who are like not only in Ukraine, but in other parts of the world, people defending their land. And because they're defending their land, they're defending their right, they're losing their lives, they're losing their children, losing their parents, losing their work. Um, how are your feelings? Like, if you can say something to those people, what can you say? Or like, how can you describe your feelings towards those people?
Mm, it's difficult to explain, but I think we should continue to live. We should be more human. We have should have humanity. We should love each other. We should be more. Um, should maybe pay attention to pain for to others, especially close people. Um, we should be human, I think. Try to be human. Yeah.
So today, after living through this war in Ukraine and coming to Canada, living with all those different backgrounds, how different is the pain of people in Ukraine from the pain of people in other parts of the world, from your experience? Do you think it's different
No,
today?
no, no,
No.
no. It
So
doesn't matter who you are. No, the pain the same, the same.
the pain is the same. So you think at the end of the day, no matter what your color of skin is, what your name is, what your background, what is your religion, at the end of the day, you are human.
Yes,
A pain
sure.
of a Ukrainian is like the pain of anyone else. And anyone else's pain is like the pain of the Ukrainian too. So you started feeling that we are all the same, but it's maybe what separates us, Oksana? Like this is maybe my last question for you, but it's a very important one. What makes us believe that no, like I'm from Egyptian background, you're from Ukrainian background, so we must be different. What makes us think that?
Um, mm, people, people who think like that. Uh, maybe it's like
Propaganda?
politicians. Yes, yes, yes. Uh, Propaganda and like maybe rich, huge rich people who would like to control this world and divided this world into different parts and
Divide and
yes.
conquer, divide and rule. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. It's easy to control other people when you it's not like
You
um,
divide them when they're not united.
yes, yes, not united.
Mm,
Yes.
absolutely. Um, Oksana, I really want to thank you very, very much. And your name is spelt Oksana, but you are Oksana. And yeah, some things, of course, are always, I wouldn't say lost, but maybe altered in translation or when shifting from one language to another. Um, but I really want to thank you very, very much for this extremely enlightening interview. I'm sorry if I brought you some of the hard memories again, but I think, your sort of closing statement um, was a very insightful one, was a very humane one. Like, it's about time that we become humans, like forget about the difference in colors and in backgrounds and beliefs and religions and so on and so forth. And I really thank you very much again for agreeing to do this without any preparation. Um, like we just did it right now, actually. We started recording. We were like, right away without any preparation. You didn't know exactly what to expect. And I feel that this is something that our viewers would feel again, that it was so natural. It wasn't like pre-orchestrated. Like there were no rehearsals done. So it was very spontaneous and it was directly from the heart, really. Um, do you have any closing statement? Anything else you'd like to say before we end this great interview? Or I wouldn't say interview, I'd say like friendly chat.
Yeah, friendly chat, yes, for sure. Thank you for invitation. Maybe I wish other people that they don't be angry and jealousy. Uh, I think we need to try to have more love, uh, more um, be happy, smile, try to help other people, and maybe one day we will not have any war in our world.
That's a great wish to end this chat with. Thank you very much, Oksana. Thank you very much for being with me here. And
Thank you.
thank you. And dear viewers, like if we were to sort of wrap up here after this friendly chat with Oksana, I think she shed light on really the most important part is humanity. It's about time that we really earned our name. So humans tend to talk always with a lot of pride that we are the masters of the universe. We are the best here. But actually, life started on Earth 3.7 billion years ago. And dinosaurs, for example, stayed 150 million years, ruling this planet. Humans came um, like no more than 2 million years ago, according to scientific research. If we look from a religious perspective, it's just a couple of thousand years ago. But unfortunately, in this very extremely short time, humans managed to cause a lot of chaos, a lot of destruction, a lot of disturbance to the ecosystem, to the environment, to the natural balance of life. And humans are cannibals, actually. So you don't really need to eat somebody from the same species to be a cannibal. But if you raid other people, if you ransack other people, if you kill other people, if you rape other people, this is the most kind, this is the worst kind, the most vile kind of cannibalism. It's about time that we give space for humanity. Dear viewers, until we meet again, thank you very much for watching.